Welcome to the Musear tutorial part 2. In this tutorial, we'll demonstrate how to create a quiz, add subtitles to a video, AR triggering and 360 scene. So now I will show you how you can create your own quiz. The goal here is to show simple interactions with elements and how to remember certain states. We will use a presentation from Lepenski Vir, where you have some 5 questions and you have 2 answers to each question. When you answer them, you will be given a female or a male character, so Gwen or Ibai. So how to create all of these interactions inside the editor? First, we need to create our logic. For example, here we have first question, which is, are you good at handcrafting? If you answer no, 1 point will go to Ibai. If you answer yes, 1 point will go to Gwen. So we just need to give certain points to each character, and then in the end, we check who has more points. So if Ibai has more points than Gwen, he will be the chosen character. Or if Gwen has more points than Ibai, then she will be the chosen character. Inside the editor, we'll need to initialize variables first. Here it's a scene called quiz intro 1, and it has script load. Script load triggers each time you come to it on the phone, so if you open that scene on your phone, the load script will trigger. In the load script, we just say chosen Gwen is 0 and chosen Ibai is 0. Here we initialize our variables and set their state to 0, so they both start at 0. For each question, we need to add a click script to every possible answer. So every answer is a button with a click script on it. For example, question 1, if answered yes, then Gwen equals Gwen plus 1, so Gwen gets 1 point, and then we transition to the next question. That same logic applies to all of other questions as well. For the last question, we'll need to add some more commands. So the question is, have you ever made pottery? If you click yes, Gwen will get another point, as this is a question for Gwen. Now we will check who has more points. So if Gwen has more points than Ibai, we'll transition to the final Gwen scene. Else, we'll transition to the final Ibai scene. So if Ibai had more points, it would transition to Ibai scene. If we take a look at the overview of this presentation, we will see these transition connections. So from quiz question 5, click to quiz Gwen and click to quiz Ibai. So this is a basic logic to create a quiz. Let's upload a video with subtitles. First, we need to add a video as our asset. Now it's here, and let's add subtitles to it. To do that, we will need to upload an SRT file by adding a new version. Let's select our video and click Add New Asset Version. Now we have to name it with prefix subtitles _ and we need to type our version name from our video, so in this case this is EN. Next, we select the file which is SRT file and we add it. Now we have the subtitles. Let's add a scene with a video and the subtitles. We'll click plus to add a new scene and let's call it scene 1. Now we'll add our video. We'll change its position a bit, put it in the middle, for example. Now we also need to create an instance for our subtitles. So let's create a new instance with default text. This will be for our subtitles to our video. And when we add it, we will change its position a bit. So let's say here, and let us put something like this. And let's add width to 700. Let's align the text. Okay. Now we need to connect the video to the subtitles. Let's go to our video and type into subtitle instance. We'll type the name from our subtitle instance which we made earlier. It is named subtitles. Now we connected our video with our subtitle instance. We can see that video also has some additional settings, which are, for example, autoplay. So if this is set to true, the video will start right away as the scene opens. And we have a loop. If the video reaches its last frame, it will start again from the beginning. Now, if we save this, we can try it on our phone. Let's start our application on the phone. Wait for the assets to be downloaded. And we see that the video and the subtitles work.
Place of Renaissance. The city attracts a large number of tourists each year. The Uffizi Gallery is one of the main cultural attractions.
Now we'll create an AR scene. Let's upload our GLTF model. It will be Charmander, 3D model. And when we click on it, it will show up. Next, we need to upload our marker. It is important that our markers are in JPG. Only this format will be okay. PNG or some other format is not good. If you need to format it, you can simply use Paint and save it as a JPG. So we'll click add and now we have our marker. Let's create an AR scene. We want triggering on that image. Let's name it AR scene. I would like that this scene starts first, so we can just pull it up and that scene will start first. Okay, let's add our marker and model. We'll select our AR scene, go to 3D. Currently the overlay is selected, but we want to go to 3D. And then we want to add new pair. Here the trigger and model will show up. All images are shown here. We'll select our marker and select our model. Then click add. and that AR scene will trigger this model. Let's click Save and try it on our phone. We start our presentation again. Now the first scene loads up, and if we trigger it, we can see Charmander. It's as easy as that. If you lose triggering, the model will also disappear. We can also change some settings. For example, we can change the position, scale, rotation, visibility, animations. We can, for example, scale this model a bit, not too much. We can also add click to it. So if we want to add a click, we need to add a glider to it. So let's click plus icon at the model, select the default collider, and then write the name. After that, the collider on the whole model is created. If we want to create an action while clicking on it, we will create a script called click. And then, for example, transition to scene 1. After we save it, we can try it out on our phone. If we trigger our model, we can see that it's a bit larger. And if we click on it, we transition to scene 1 with image. Let's now create 360 image scene. First, we'll upload our 360 image. Select File, 360 image, and upload it. We're now able to see in our work area how our 360 image looks like. Next, let's create our new scene, image 360. Now let's put it in the top in order to start first. We'll add new image to it, and now we see that we have our 360 image on this scene. We'll now create one surface as a clickable area. So for example, surface 1, add. Let's put it here on the boat. And let's add new script in order to transition to another scene. Transition to scene 1, for example. Let's save it. We can try it on our phone. Okay, let's try out our presentation now. Here we have our 360 image. Here we have our clickable area, and if we click on it, we transition to another scene.